guys, welcome back. It's your girl Janie, aka Janie of Canada, and in this channel we'll talk about everything life as an immigrant. And you know, sometimes I bring successful immigrants, children of immigrants, to this channel to talk about their success and how they've navigated it. Today I have a surprise guest for you. Yes, can you guess who? Can you guess? Okay, the title gave it away. But today we're going to be having Reni of XoReni on this channel to talk about how YouTube growth in 1 year. How is this woman doing this in like such a short period of time? So she's going to give you all the tea, the gist, and if you're thinking about starting a channel, it's been in your head for like years, this might be all the motivation you need to get it done. And again, did I say subscribe? Yeah, you know what to do. And without further ado, welcome to the channel. Let's welcome XoReni. Skibbity papa.
Oh my goodness.
I'm extra. Oh my god!
Thank you for that introduction.
You're welcome.
My head is blown.
You should. It should. You have done like such a great job with your YouTube channel. I think you started last year, right?
Yes, I started in May 2020.
Wow. Got 6K in like a short time. I remember I think I hit my first 1,000 subscribers in like a year, and I'm like, Mama, I've made it. When you see me on the street, you don't talk to me like I'm your mate no more. So definitely we'll get to it, but I wanted to find out a little bit about your background. When did you move to Canada? Were you born here? What was it like?
So I moved to Canada when I was 4 years old. So I was born in England actually. So I've never actually lived in Nigeria.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. So I moved here when I was 4 years old. Moved to Mississauga, Ontario, and I've lived in the same place since I was 4 years old.
Oh my god, awesome! And so your YouTube channel, when did you decide? Or first of all, how long was it an idea in your head? And then when did you decide it's something you want to do?
I would say it's been an idea forever. Like I used to be, when I was like 10 years old, I was a kid that was watching YouTube all the time.
Really?
Like the year YouTube came out, I swear I was watching videos all the time, especially music videos.
Who was like your favorite YouTubers at the time?
You know Chloe and Haley?
Yes, I've heard about them.
Yeah, like they were singing when I was a kid. They're like a year younger than me, and I was like, oh my gosh, these sisters are so cool.
Yeah.
They're singing on YouTube. I told my sister, yo, let's do this. She was like, no. Yeah. So she was one of my favorites, and then like Patricia Bright.
Oh my god, Patricia Bright! Patricia Bright was my G, like coming up, like her wedding.
When she was like Britpop princess on, yeah.
Oh my gosh, like Patricia Bright.
Yeah.
Good times, From time, G.
I'm an OG subscriber to Patricia Bright. And even Jackie Aina, like I think they're like one of the OGs on YouTube.
Do you ever get the whole like people think sometimes you're like Jackie Aina and like in mannerisms and things like that?
They say I look like her. I don't.
Yes, I see it sometimes.
Where?
It's like where? Like the eyes, the lips.
Really?
Like you're just like, I'm like
I would
Reni.
love that rich auntie style.
Rich auntie vibes. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yeah. So those are some of my favorite YouTubers, and then the way I started was, as I said, I was just watching them over and over and over, and I was like, this is so cool. They weren't making. It was not like a money making thing at the time. Like I don't think anyone was making money on YouTube.
That's true.
But I just thought it was a really cool way to express myself. So I always told my sister, but I didn't want to do it alone. I don't know why. I was like shy. So I always wanted like. I would ask my friend. You were shy? I was actually shy. I just was shy to be online.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I wanted my sister or a friend or someone. I kept asking people, and they were like, no, like it's not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So only till last year, I finally got the courage to actually start, and it was because I purchased my house and. And people were asking me so many questions. So because they were asking me so many questions, I was like, I can't possibly answer everyone's questions at once. So I was like, hi guys, you want me to make a YouTube video about this? That was like my way to get in. And
totally makes sense. And it's very similar to mine. It's like I literally had YouTube shows in my bathroom. Like I was like, hey guys, but then I knew that
channel.
I know. I was like, but I don't want it because I watched a lot of makeup and like natural hair because I cut my hair in like 2015. And I thought, oh, maybe I should tell people about like my story, but in my mind it just felt like so not needed. I'm like, who's gonna listen to this thing?
That's exactly what I thought.
And so when I moved to Canada and people were like, so Jenny, how did you like come as a student? I'm like, YouTube video about
you
that.
You found your niche.
Yeah, like okay, let me tell you how to navigate Canada as an international student or like an internationally trained professional. So when you got your house, that was your
exactly.
You're in.
I think just like you, I wanted to do fashion. I wanted to not beauty, because I don't really like know much about beauty, but fashion especially, and skincare. I was like, yes, I want to do a channel about this. But then I was like, it's like a saturated space. Like, why should I be? Just like you said.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but then as you said, the house was real, and finances in general. Like, I talk about investing on my Instagram stories, and people were asking questions about that. So I was like, let me just compile all this into one YouTube video.
Totally makes sense. Okay. Yeah. So how did you start? Like, now you decided, okay, you're gonna talk about like your house purchase process, like the first time, right? So did you have a strategy? Like, okay, this is all I'm gonna talk about. This is not what I'm gonna talk about. This is how many times I'm gonna talk about this. And like, what equipment did you start getting? Like, walk us through like your process to like, you know, get it started. With
a strategy, I think I am a very strategic person sometimes, depending on what it is. But I
little caveat, just like, don't come for me.
Yeah. Depending on what I'm doing. So I did have like a strategy in mind, but I think one thing that held me back from starting the channel as well was that I did not have a niche. Like, it was like I had so many things I wanted to talk about that I was like, oh, this is so all over the place, who's gonna watch my channel? But then like I was like, okay, people call me Reni the resource, like that's the thing people call me. So I was like, I can like share resources around a variety of topics, and it's still under one niche kind. It's not a, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's where I started. What equipment did I have? I had my camera and my tripod.
Okay.
And it's because I was already doing photography beforehand. So it was like I already had. I think that's another hurdle that would have stopped me if I did not have that, because I would have been like, oh, now I have to buy a camera, now I have to buy a tripod.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but no, I think, and even if you are watching and you don't have a camera or a tripod, I think that you can just use your phone if you have a good quality phone. Just start off with your phone, because
I started with my iPhone 6s. My first video in like top 10 things every international student coming to Canada, I shot with my phone.
Exactly.
And it has like cumulated, because videos split in like 100 and something kbs. I was like, okay.
Exactly.
So like, if you're thinking, oh, you have to buy a camera too or be a photographer, no.
Nah, you definitely don't.
Okay.
And don't let that hold you back, for sure.
No, that's pretty cool. So I'll say, then how did you decide on the type of videos you're going to be like the resource for?
So I actually asked on my Instagram story again, what do you guys want to hear from me on my channel? Like, if I did create a channel, what would you want to hear from me? And and I asked, when you think of me, what are the first 3 things that come to mind? And people said finances, fashion, and what else did they say? Some people said skincare and sunscreen, because you know I am team sunscreen.
Like, Reni got me applying sunscreen when I'm sitting in my office. Like,
we love to see it. We really love to see it. And then people said career, because I'm always talking about, please negotiate your salary.
Yes.
Please do this, please do that. And yeah, so those are the main themes that people spoke about. So I was like, okay, those are the things I'm going to talk about, basically. So I chose things that I think I'm good at, and I think I helped people in the past with. So
that's honestly a very valid point, when you talk about like things you're good at and things you've helped people in the past. And sometimes people are like, if you're anything like me, I'm good at a lot of things, man. People don't even realize, like, I dance, I do career stuff, I do my own investments, I do my own hair. Like, for the past 6 years in Canada, I've always done my. So it's like, yeah, like every style you've seen me on the gram, I did it.
Wow,
but like, that's the thing. But then I struggled with, okay, so what is your channel going to focus on? Because it can't be on everything. So, but the key point is the fact that you said that you have to ask people sometimes, like, when you think of me, what comes to mind? And you can ask family and friends, but you could also just like ask your Instagram followers.
Yes, and family and friends are like, they know you very well, so that's very helpful to ask them. But I think also asking people who don't know you very well is very important. Yeah. Like,
okay, so right now, what was your growth strategy? Like, did you have a growth strategy, or how did you get to 6K? Tell us the tea, man. We want to know.
Honestly, my goal was just to get that monetization. That was it.
And so that's 1,000 subscribers, right? Yeah.
So to get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 watch hours. So I was like, everyone, start watching my videos. I don't even care if you're paying attention. Just watch. Like, leave it running all day.
When it's like hashtag watch the ads.
Literally So honestly, like, because I had about 1,000 followers on Instagram at the time.
Yes.
So I just told people how I started off to get my subscribers was, I said, okay, if you guys want me to drop the video about my house, I need to reach 300 subscribers on YouTube. And I swear within a day, it was like I had 300 subscribers.
I like that. Like, you're building the community, but even asking them to get involved in what gets dropped next. I like that. I'm learning from this.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, the only way I'm dropping is if I actually see people want to see it, and people are like, yes, we want to see it, and they instantly went to my channel and subscribed.
Okay.
And then I also did a few giveaways as well.
Okay.
In Canada, it's a tax. You can tax write it off on your taxes if you're in Canada.
I did not know that.
Yes. So it's a good way to build your channel and get a lot of people to subscribe. I will say it's not they may not always be the most engaged
because folks are just coming for
exactly. So that's why I've not done many lately. Okay. But if you're trying to get to that 1K, you know, it's
you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's an easy way to get to the 1K. Definitely. I would just create short form content about my video, like so that I have the full 20-minute video, but then I would create a 1-minute clip about the best part of the video, and then
the highlight of it.
Exactly, and it really allowed people to come to my channel. I would share on Twitter. I would share on not LinkedIn. I didn't want my employer to know at the time. Now I don't care, but at the time I was like, nah, I don't want my employer to know. Yeah. So I would share on Twitter. I would share on Facebook, WhatsApp, Snapchat, Instagram, anywhere, and that was really the way it grew.
Oh, that's actually great, because I think for me it's like when I started talking about immigration stuff, I'm like, nobody in my family cares. My friends don't care about this. I wouldn't even share it. I literally let SEO do its thing. So
wow, that's good.
Not really, because then I mean it's a strategy, but it did okay. People were searching for that stuff, but there's a whole lot more that is me that is not on the channel because it's only it's like too niche now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In that sense, so it's actually great that you shared that, and like not being afraid to like push things out. Because sometimes I'm always like, oh, I don't want to bug people.
Bug them.
But that totally makes sense. Okay, so how did you edit your first video? How did you learn to edit your first video?
That video took me hours and hours and hours to edit. It was so simple.
If you had to put like numbers to those hours, what would you say?
It took me like 8 hours, and it was like a 8-minute video. It was so short. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was just like I wanted everything to be perfect, so I watched it back over and over. I was like, yeah, I don't do that anymore. I do not do that anymore. But I used iMovie because it was a free app that came with my Mac, and it was so simple. I didn't even add any special effects. I literally do not know why it took me so long, but it's because you're putting out something to the world, so you're like, okay. And I would also make my mom watch it, my sister watch it, my dad watch it, and my boyfriend. Everyone had to watch it before it would go live.
Oh my gosh!
So my first like 6 videos, they have to watch every single video. I know they're annoyed with me. I know they're annoyed.
No, but that's really great, because you need to let. I'm the opposite. I'm just like, I just drop a video. My mom's like, oh, I saw you drop that video. I was like, I didn't think you'd care. But that actually really helps, because then they're talking about it. They're giving you those views early on, and that's okay. So now you have like different niches. You talked about like finance. You talked about like skincare, and especially like sunscreen, and like I know your video, the one about abnormal beauty, it's like there. Did you see it getting there?
So like a lot of people were dealing with skin issues at the beginning of the pandemic, because I don't know why, but a lot of stress. So I was researching. The Ordinary is the brand, and I was searching it online, and I saw the videos were doing so well, but then I would go to the channel, and the channel would have like 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, why are they doing so well? But I was like, let me hop on this wave, because they also worked for me, and I also didn't see a lot of black people in
that community talking about like skincare and stuff like that.
So I was like, I think it will do up. But the thing is, at first, like for the first 2 months, I only had like 1,000 or 2,000 views. It was very slow growth. Same. Yeah, and then I actually shared it on Twitter with an esthetician who actually, she was the one who was talking about the Ordinary's products. So I was like, oh, thank you so much, like my skin has improved so much. And I showed her a before and after picture of me. She retweeted that to her 250,000 followers. Oh my god. And then all her followers would be like, how do you do it? What's the routine? What's the routine? I was like, visit my YouTube channel if you want the routine. And then that's really how it blew up. So Twitter is honestly one of the best platforms, I think, to share your stuff.
Oh my god. So I'm taking notes from this. So,
yes.
And the first thing is that you hopped on the trend.
I recommend even one of my videos about salary negotiation.
Yes.
Same thing. There's a career coach that I follow on YouTube. She has a podcast actually. So I listen to her podcast and I follow her on Twitter. And I told her, I just negotiated a 15K raise because of you, and I made a video to help other people about it.
That is cool. Wait, first of all, you negotiated a 15K raise? Okay.
In the middle of a pandemic.
Girl, here you go. My girl. Because like a lot of times I tell people, like when you're going, because that's literally what I do, newcomer career coaching. It's like when you're going in, go first, anchor high. Because the truth is, like once, like I literally say, once you go in, like say your number, go high. Like Bozoma St. John will say, go quick,
the highest, go high. Yes.
Yeah, obviously don't be like, oh, this role, the range is usually 100 to 150. You're saying 250 because they were like, whose man's?
Yeah.
However, it is the part about negotiating, because when you have gotten in, usually raises are around like 4 or 5K.
Nothing.
It's like, and so a lot of times to get that bump, you need to change organizations.
Yeah.
But the fact that here you go.
And I stayed in the same company actually. But I had to move teams. I couldn't just stay in my team. But
that's pretty cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
See, this is why you guys need to subscribe to Reni's channel, like the resource. Because I haven't even watched that video. I need to actually catch up with them. But
I'm sure you already know the tips.
Oh, I'm learning a whole lot from this, and I think that's the misconception. Like sometimes when you have an idea for a YouTube channel in your mind, you're telling yourself that, oh, I'm sure people already know the answer to this.
Very true.
A lot of times I'm like, Janie, shut up, nobody cares.
Very true.
But then I put the video out and people are like, oh my god, thank you. I'm like, you didn't know this?
That's true.
So you will be surprised at the knowledge you have in your head and your experiences.
Yeah, and even the way you say it, it may resonate with someone better than another way someone else would say it.
That is true.
You're right.
So going forward, have you decided what niche you want to focus on, or if you want to keep being the resource in those 3 areas that really matter to your life?
I would say the brands that are reaching out to me to partner are the ones that those are the niches I'm going to continue working in. So I would say that's finance and beauty. So I have a lot of beauty brands, but they don't pay as well as the finance. So if you look at my channel right now, you'll definitely see that I'm focusing on finance more than anything else.
Totally makes sense.
Real estate and finance are the ones that are reaching out to me. So that's what I'm focusing on at the moment.
You got to follow the money. The way you say follow the money.
Exactly.
And that's actually really cool, like focusing on finance and then the beauty aspect. So let's talk about the financial aspect and like of YouTube and making money. Can you share your tips? Because like you talked about, I think there's one video you talked about like how much you make on YouTube. What is, like, if you had to do a ratio or a split of how much money you make on YouTube in percentages, where does it come from? Like what do the big chunks come from?
The biggest chunk I would say like ads on YouTube pay 50%, and then the other 50%. Yeah, it's really 50. I only have 2 main sources of income on YouTube. Actually, maybe 3. So
I like how we're figuring this out together.
So I would say 50% is from the AdSense, and that's about like $600 to $700 a month, which is, for me, I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
600 to 700, girl. Yes. Your niche is big. I don't make that. I'm actually going to do a whole video. I don't even make close to that in a month.
And it's because of the niche. Yes. And then I would say like 10% or 20% is mostly affiliate links.
Okay.
So like if I link, especially for that video on skincare, which has maybe 100,000 views at the time.
Which 200 something thousand.
Oh really?
Oh, look at it. She's like, no way.
Oh my god.
Stop it.
Okay, 200,000. Let's say that.
Yes. I was like.
Every link that's there is an affiliate link for like it links you to the products that I use, and they will pay me if you buy from one of those products. So it's not much money, honestly. Like,
it's usually not much. It's like
exactly it's residual income.
Yeah.
And then I'd say the rest of the 40% is really from like partnerships that I have with brands.
Yeah.
So they either pay you to do a video, which is ideal. Like that's really what I want. But also some brands will just pay you to promote, and then every person who signs up for their product, they will pay you as well.
Yeah.
So EQ Bank is one of the examples. They pay me every time someone signs up. They will pay. But like companies like Lemonade Finance or stuff like that, like they'll pay you upfront for a video, and then you'll get paid every time someone signs up for your product as well.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so I would say like in June, that was my highest ranking month so far, and I made over $3,000 on YouTube.
Oh my god! I don't think I've ever made that, or even like combined. And
that was my first. I was like, wow, I'm shook.
Oh my gosh, girl, you need to teach me. You need to teach me what to do better on YouTube. And I think that's the other thing too. People will look at subscriber count and think, oh, people are like making bucks because of their subscribers. Nah, bruh.
Honestly, my views aren't that high anymore. Like, I don't know. I think during summer, especially, people are out. They're not really watching.
People are watching videos.
Yeah. So right now, my views aren't that high. However, the pay is coming.
It's actually and that's really good, and that's really impressive. And so, how did you decide on what niche you would like go into, like do videos for on YouTube? Like, was it just a fortunate happenstance in the sense that you love talking about finance and it just so happened that it paid well, or did you actually do some research around it?
I actually didn't do any research.
I love that.
But I was lucky or blessed enough to pick the right one.
No, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed.
Yes. Well, honestly, like that was a blessing, because I didn't know that was one of the highest paying niches on YouTube.
That's pretty cool.
And yeah, I really just like talking about finance.
Yes.
And I found that again, there aren't a lot of black people in the space, especially black women.
Yeah.
Especially Canadian content. Like when
everything is US. It's like 401k, IRA. I'm like, what's the IRA speed?
Exactly. So I was looking for Canadian content on YouTube. I was looking for a black woman could not find any of that. So I was like, let me be the person that I'm looking for. I love that.
Okay, so what's your next plan for the next 6K?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really focused on my subscriber count anymore.
Love that.
I'm focused on the conversions, like people actually watching my video and then
doing something.
Yeah, doing something, getting an affiliate link, like clicking on an affiliate link and actually purchasing something. Maybe I'll launch some people have been telling me to start an emailing list so I can start stuff like that. So I don't know. That's a big commitment. But yeah, I'm not too sure yet. But again, I'm not focused on the subscriber count anymore.
No, and yeah, you should definitely start that emailing list just so that you can if YouTube goes away today, you want to still have your real estate, but you're doing well. Like, so how many hours in a week do you spend on YouTube stuff?
Yeah, so I would say people think I spend so much time, but the reality is that I batch record all my content.
Beautiful.
Well, and what that means is that on a Saturday afternoon, I will record 4 videos in a go.
Yeah.
I'll change my outfit 4 times.
Same. Yes.
And then I will have 4 videos I'll edit those videos the next day on the Sunday, and then I'll have the videos to post for the
you edit 4 videos in one day?
I try. Sometimes it doesn't work, but like that's like I'm not going out that day. That's just like me at home for both days.
Wow. I edit 1 video for a week. It's like, cause like work is so busy. I don't know when I'm done.
But you add special effects and stuff. I don't honestly, I don't do anything.
So AKA don't be like me. Don't waste, cause like I have this perfectionism thing where I'm like, this needs to like track in a certain way. Ain't nobody care about that, to be honest. Like, get the content out. Like, folks will watch videos on phones. So what is all that? So totally makes sense.
Yeah, and then I for the next month I have content that's scheduled. I also make a Canva post about it, so I can post on my Instagram. I post on Pinterest as well. Pinterest has been a big source of traffic for me lately. I didn't even know. I just started like 2 months ago on Pinterest. So yeah, that's what I do. And again, it doesn't I would say it takes me a whole weekend. But that's 1 weekend for the whole month. So
that totally makes sense. So literally, in Saturday you shoot, Sunday you batch shoot, and Sunday you batch edit, and then you schedule it for the next 4 weeks. Exactly. Completely makes sense. Yeah. And so guys, I hope this has been helpful. We've talked about like the importance of like researching trends, hopping on them, but again, it needs to like speak to your passion and energy. Like, not because when he's talking about finance, you go talk about finance and like you don't know what you're talking about, or the energy doesn't come through, and then it's not really helpful. Talking about like using other platforms to promote your content on YouTube, wherever the folks are, and then even like shouting out people who inspired you, because then they're a little bit more inclined to even reshare, retweet, whatever, and that will get you more content. But again, like, do whatever you have to do to get to 1,000, but take baby steps. It's not about how many the subscriber count, it's about how many people are actually enjoying that content. If you start for the money in mind, YouTube does not pay. Did you just hear me say I have not made half of what Reni has made in my entire 5 years in YouTube? Listen, so it doesn't pay. So I'm just telling you right now, again, depends on your niche, big caveat, and where you are. Like, people in the States make way more than people in Canada, and where your traffic is coming from. So there's all of that, and I think I'll actually do a video, like let me do a video on how much I make, so folks can like know.
And as you said, it depends on where people are coming from. So because a lot of your followers in Nigeria doesn't pay.
It don't pay
at all.
It not did pay like Nigerians will say, but like that's the thing. I noticed that my Canadian and US audience has more cost per thousand, like for those countries. Where are a lot of your followers coming from?
The States, thankfully. I don't know why, because they have so many finance YouTubers, but maybe it's because I'm black, so I find a lot of black people do watch me. And then Canada and Germany for some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then the UK, and then Nigeria's. I have many Nigerian followers
as well. Okay. Thank you so much, Reni. This has been super insightful. I hope you've gotten all the tips you need to like start today. If all fails, just record 1 video, put it out there, and just see how people take it back in. Thank you so much for coming on the channel. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. But also, most importantly, check out Reni the Resources channel. The link is going to be in the description box as well as in the comments. Don't miss this. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a blessed week. Bye.
Bye.